anonymous except for those people that are hosting. If you need to speak, please use your space bar and hold it down, or the microphone on the bottom left-hand corner. You control if you want to see everyone with gallery view or speaker view, which is in the upper right-hand corner. You can click and go back and forth on those as needed. Joys and concerns will not be recorded as usual. So I welcome all of you. As most of you know, we are a lay-led congregation, and we welcome all of you, our members, our friends, any visitors we have today. We covenant to hold an open heart and an open mind, and we encourage each other in that endeavor. I was going through a little booklet that I have, and I was looking for a few more UU facts for us. UUA.org is a great source, but this gave me a few more little pieces of information beyond our 7 principles, which we all hold close to our hearts. We believe in the freedom of religious expression. We believe in the toleration of religious ideas. We believe in the authority of reason and conscience. We believe in that never-ending search for truth. We believe in the unity of experience. We believe in the worth and the dignity of each human being. We believe in that force of love. We believe in the necessity of the democratic process, and we believe in the importance of a religious community of which we are all a part. Our chalice lighting today. Each morning, we hold out the chalice of our being to receive, to carry, and to give back. Life is a gift for which we are grateful.
We gather in community to celebrate the glories and mysteries of this great gift.
Our opening words today are by Alice Berry and will be read by Linda Hunter.
Children of the earth and sky, we are nurtured, sustained, given warmth and light from above and below. Supported by Earth's strong, firm crust, we build our homes, till the fields, plant our gardens and orchards. When we turn from self and see to be aware, we will find holy light in human faces, in blossom, birdsong, and sky. Then Earth is truly our home, and we are one with all Earth's creatures, parents of Earth's children, yet to be.
Our opening song today is Come, Come, Whoever You Are. This is the time of our service for our joys and our concerns and our worries. And I'd like to read the Flower Communion Prayer written by Norbert F. Chapik. He is the reason we are having our flowers ceremony today. And you will learn more about him in a few minutes. But as UUs, we don't have many rituals, but we do have a few that are special and important, this being one. And at the beginning of our church year, we have our water ceremony, which is also another beautiful ritual. So in memory of Norbert Chapik, his prayer: in the name of Providence, which implants in the seed the future of the flower, and in our hearts the longing for people to live in harmony. In the name of the Highest, in whom we move, and who makes the mother and father, the brother and sister, the lover and loner, what they are. In the name of sages and great religious leaders who sacrifice their lives to hasten the coming of the age of mutual respect. Let us renew our resolution sincerely to be real brothers and sisters, regardless of any kind of bar which estranges us from one another. In this holy resolve, may we be strengthened, knowing that we are God's family, that one spirit, the spirit of love, unites us and endeavors for a more perfect and more joyful life. Amen. And this is our silent prayer and meditation time. The story, excuse me, the story of Dr. Chapik and the history of the Flower Communion. The Unitarian Universalist Flower Communion service that we are about to celebrate was originated in 1923 by Dr. Norbert Chapik, founder of the modern Unitarian movement in Czechoslovakia. On the last Sunday before the summer recess of the Unitarian Church in Prague, all the children and the adults would participate in this colorful ritual, which gives concrete expression to the humanity-affirming principles of our liberal faith. When the Nazis took control of Prague in 1940, they found that Dr. Chapik's gospel of the inherent worth and dignity and beauty of every human person to be, as the Nazi court's records show, quote, too dangerous for the Reich for him to be allowed to live, unquote. Dr. Čapek was sent to Dachau, where he was killed the next year during a Nazi medical experiment. This gentle man suffered a cruel death, but his message of human hope and dignity and decency lives on through his flower communion, which is widely celebrated all over the world today. It is a noble and meaningful filled ritual that we are going to attempt to recreate. This service does include some of the original prayers of Dr. Čapek to help us remember those principles and dreams for which he died. The flower communion was created by Dr. Čapek on June 4th, 1923. For some time, he had felt a need for some symbolic ritual that would bind people more closely together. The format had to be one that would not alienate any who had forsaken other religious traditions. The traditional Christian communion service with bread and wine was unacceptable to most of the members of his congregation because of their strong reaction against that faith. So he turned to the native beauty of their countryside for elements of a communion that would be genuine to them. This simple service was the result. It was such a success that it was held yearly just before the summer recess of their church. The flower communion was brought to the United States in 1940. It was introduced to the members of the Cambridge, Massachusetts UU Church by Dr. Čapek's wife, Maja, also known as Maria Čapek. The Czech-born Maja had met Norbert in New York City while he was studying for his PhD. It was at her urging that Norbert left the Baptist ministry and turned to Unitarianism. The Čapeks returned to Czechoslovakia in 1921. That was when they established the dynamic liberal church in Prague. Maja Čapek was ordained as well in 1926. It was her tour in the United States that Maja introduced the flower communion here, which has been developed in the Prague church and then brought to Cambridge. Unfortunately, she was unable to return to Prague due to the outbreak of World War II. It was not until the war was over that her husband's death in the Nazi concentration camp was revealed to her. From this beginning, the service has spread to many of our Unitarian Universalist congregation, and it's been adapted along the way, as it is today as well. Back then, the people were asked to bring a flower of their choice, either from their own gardens or from a field or the roadside. And when they arrived at church, they would put the flower in a large vase waiting in the vestibule, attended by 2 young members of the church school. Each person was asked to place their own flower in the vase. This signified that it was by their own free will that they joined with the others. The vase that contained all the flowers was a symbol of the United Church Fellowship. Dr. Čapek said a prayer and consecrated the flowers while the congregation stood. The members of the congregation then went to the vase and each took a flower that was different than the one they had brought. The significance of the flower communion is that as no 2 flowers are exactly alike, so no 2 people are alike, yet each have a contribution to make. Together, the different flowers form a beautiful bouquet. Our common bouquet would not be the same without the unique addition of each individual flower, and thus it is with our community. It would not be the same without each and every one of us. Thus, this service is a statement of our community. In exchanging flowers, we show our willingness to walk together in our search for truth, and we disregard all that might divide us. Each person takes home a flower, traditionally brought by someone else, thus symbolizing our shared celebration of community. This community of sharing is essential to a free people of a free religion. Whenever Dr. Chapik conducted his flower communion in Prague, he would say this proverb as he consecrated the flowers. Infinite Spirit of life, we ask thy blessings on these, thy messengers of fellowship and love. May they remind us, amid diversities of knowledge and of gifts, to be one in desire and affection and devotion to thy holy will. May they also remind us of the value of comradeship, of doing and sharing alike. May we cherish friendship as one of thy most precious gifts. May we not let awareness of another's talents discourage us or sully our relationship. And may we realize that whatever we can do, great or small, the efforts of all of us are needed to do thy work in this world. And it is now time to share in the flower communion. Jenny?
As most of you know, in times past, we pretty closely replicated the tradition as it was begun. All those years ago, we would each choose a flower and we would bring it with us to the service. When we entered the building, we would place our flower in one of the vases at the front. And then when it was time to partake in the communion, each of us would go one at a time to the front and choose a flower brought by someone else. We would do this in reverent silence in honor of the rich and important tradition of the ceremony and in respect for what it still means to us today. And as you know, of course, we aren't able to do it that way today, but still in that spirit of sharing, you all, or most of you, those of you who could, sent photos. It took a little more time this way and a little more effort, but you did it because you wanted to share, and it's very much appreciated. It's what makes our service today possible. So it is with great thanks to each of you and appreciation for each of you that we begin our flower communion at this point. sorry, folks, I'm going to start again. For some reason, the screen stopped moving, but I'm going to try it a different way.
My heart is so full right now.
Thank you to
Thank-
all of you. You all made this happen today, and everything that you are is reflected in those flowers. So easy to get lost in them, isn't it?
And Jenny, thank you so much for putting it together. A round of applause for Jenny Fennell. And the beauty of those flowers really is incredible and made our flower communion really, really touching today. And now we go into our closing hymn. It's called Spirit of Life, We Know It. But there's a UU church in Washington, D.C. that has sung this version every day for 20 years. So, I mean, every Sunday, I'm sorry, for 20 years. So enjoy. Our closing words today are from Remembering Our International Family of Faith by William G. Sinkford, read by Jenny.
In the presence of these flowers, these representatives of creation's profound beauty, diverse and unique, but related and interdependent. These flowers, which come to us as gifts from we know not where, and which we in turn chose to bring to our shared communion altar as gifts to one another. In their presence, we turn our thoughts to the mystery beyond mysteries, to the most sacred which we never understand fully, but which we are granted revelatory glimpses of in each of the flowers, in each of your faces, and through relationships with neighbors near and far. May they remind us of grace we have known in days past, forgiveness we have been granted and received or provided, love unearned and shared, recovery begun and established, generosity unforeseen and most sacred. And may they inspire us now and in days to come to seek, to notice, to embrace, and to recreate beauty, to give unto the world as exuberantly as these flowers.
Shalom, dear friends.
Just a technical issue here.
Shalom, my friends. The Lord be with you. God's peace go with you wherever you go. Shalom, my friends. In a world of indifference, let us make a difference. Shalom, my friends. Shalom, my friends. The Lord be with you. God's peace go with you wherever you go. Shalom, my friends. In a world of indifference, let us make the difference. Shalom, my friends. Shalom, my friends.
That concludes our service, and you are all invited to stay for a brief coffee gathering.
Jim, excuse me, one moment though, before we end the service. Someone needs to claim the $10 prize from the sender of that last photo. First one with hand up. Come on,
I
guys.
did see one, Jenny, I did see a guess on chat.
Did you? And I saw Kathy Fishbeck just raised her hand. So, well, maybe it'll be a tie and the sender of the photo will have to pay out $20. Kathy Fishbeck, who do you think it is? Whoops, got to unmute her. Okay, Kathy.
I thought it first was Bev, but it might have been Mary Jo.
Oh my goodness, I thought you would guess right, you did not.
The guess
Come
on
on.
chat was Nancy Lodel. Maybe it was Nancy.
Come on, Seal, you have to know who that was.
I think it was Jenny.
No. Come on, guys, look around. Look for the guy in the blue shirt.
I'm guessing it's Carolyn Rabada now that Jim is baking again.
Well, all right. No, I guess the sender of that photo is going to have to put $20 in our collection plate next time we pass it. Of course, it was Dick Urban.
I didn't even know.